Okay, today I'm doing my walk. I'm just walking there, not walking back, so I'm not gonna film the whole hour of walking. But I will film some of it. So as you can see, as soon as I get to the head part of the complex, well, we're at my complex because it's housing inside of a little, everything is a little neighborhood. But anyway, it's kind of normal, but you are walking in the street. No sidewalks. Right now, it's still kind of normal. But you have to be careful because every once in a blue moon, there's going to be a car going around another car because they're just driving way too slow for them. So they have to go around it. But I was actually gonna, honestly, I did a live this morning. Got done with it about almost an hour ago. I was going to just take the bus. So at first I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take the bus and I'm gonna walk back. I said, no, you know what? I'm gonna walk there and I'll just take the bus back. So then I got to the corner and I said, well, maybe I'll just take the bus anyway. And I looked, the bus was like 25 minutes away. I said, well, you'll be halfway done walking. You might as well get the exercise in. So I decided to walk. And that's what I'm doing now. That sounded like the bus at first. I said, wait a minute, that ain't been 25 minutes. I haven't even been walking with you all talking for 3. But sometimes you can't trust those timers. It'll tell you the bus, and then it'll show you, like, look exactly where it's at on the map. You're like, wait, it's right next to my stop. Because I've had times when I've been sitting and been like, oh, 20 minutes, I'm going to start walking, and next thing I know, it's coming up behind me. So, this is just my walk. And like I said, even when I'm in parts like this, I'm not going to say because it doesn't in any type of way make me think about living in the city. I still feel like I'm in the country. And I always know it because there's all these trees. So you have these places where they've tore down the trees and they built. Then you have places that you could tell were there even when there were lots of trees still around it, that these things were already there. But even when you look at the road and stuff, it's like you can tell that once upon a time it was just all trees over here. Before there were these homes, it was just trees. And then some of these homes that are up here, you're like, okay, these homes probably been here for over 30 years. But like even my sister's house, I think it was built in like 96. So that's still roughly new. I know it's built in the 90s. So that's still a roughly new home. But some of these houses, it's like when you're riding around here, you can look at some of the homes and know like, oh, they've been there since the 40s, the 50s. They look like the South. And that doesn't make them in bad condition, just they look like the South. Then you'll look over and they'll have little complexes where you can tell they built something different, tore down a lot, because if I was closer, you'd see how some of the places, when you look in their yard, it's like deep. Like the ground's not even. And then like over here on this side is a little church that I can tell has been here a while. But not only that, it's like a small cemetery. And I won't say it's the smallest cemetery I've ever seen, because like where my granddad is buried, the grandfather who raised me was buried in Louisiana, it's another small cemetery like this in the back of a church. This one might be bigger than the other one, but I can tell they both have been here for a very long time. I'm sure if we go in there, most of those headstones will be, you can't see it because it's not even, it's like a hill. So you won't see it, so I get to the open. Truck flying. Okay, so turn this over so you can see it. I'm always so scared. These remind me of Point It, Santa's brother, those kind of sewers. But that's a cemetery right there. You can't really tell from here, but that's a cemetery. Right where that grass is a cemetery. And over here's all these trees, because once again, you can tell where we started building. And you have like complexes over here, like that's how my sister lives in one of those. That's all it is, different complexes. So the houses may range, some are $200,000 home, $300,000, depends. So, but like I said, look at this, all tree over here. Wanted to see my surrounding while I'm walking. Here we go. I'm trying to stay with it and with you guys until I get to the sidewalk at least. But then I feel safer because like I said, since they made this a lane, now it really has people, you see where the cuts are, so it tells you people will come over here to go around, like a Passover lane. So I don't like walking in it, but as you can see, about to touch a little bit of sidewalk, but not sidewalk, but side that I can walk on. And of course, when we get by the trees, you hear all the insects in their nature. And I leave them to mind their business. I wish, like, while I was recording, it could just count for you what I was doing. So then I would at least try to record those things. Me holding the phone for recording. I really have to get me one of those, what are they, GoPros? You know what I'm talking about. Because I was watching these videos about 3 weeks ago versus the, that camera versus the, iPhone 13 Pro's camera, which is the iPhone 13 Pro's camera is great. But I want to be able to film when you're doing something. I'm just watching the videos of like people doing all kind of stuff. They bungee jumping there, and I know I just need a way to not have to hold my phone to connect it and still allow it to record. So if I can do that, I'm winning. This is what I worry about with walking with Nino. Whenever we come to any size where if something comes, it startles him to pull. But see, there's a barrier that'll at least kind of protect us from sliding down, and just not like ditches at all. But see, on the other side, one, the cars will be behind me in trucks. I don't like that. So I walk on the side, traffic is coming, and there's a little more side over here to give me a little leeway. And then I actually, when I don't see a car coming, because I can see it up there clearly, I walk back out on their side. But then when they're coming, and sometimes like when the big trucks like this are coming, I not only move over, I stop moving. So they don't feel startled. I see you. Dead carcass, yuck. That's another thing you'll see a lot of. Sorry. I can't predict that. I can't predict that. Parts of the road. It's another reason why I don't come out here at night and walk. Because I know all the things that live within the trees are coming out to play at night. They're coming out to hunt. They're coming out to play. They're coming out to hang out, meet up with their buddies, hang out at the local tree. So I give them that space. You have to know how to move around in every environment. See, so like I said, it's just a bunch of different, almost like housing units. Or whatever, I don't know what you call these. It's a little neighborhood, I call them. Something's moving in that tree and I don't like it. Because it's loud. The louder it moves, the bigger I think it is. Bus stop. Now, usually when I get past the sidewalk, see it's up there, sidewalk. Once I walk the long length of the sidewalk, so I had to keep looking back because whatever's in that tree sounded loud. I usually walk the sidewalk, and then once I get past that part, you have a little opening where I'm in the street, then it's back to the sidewalk. But once again, the good thing is I can make this 3.5 mile walk in about, the longest time I've done is 108, and that's me stopping to sit down, or stopping because once it was raining and I stopped twice, so it was about an hour 10. Look down there. You ever look at something and think it's telling you a story? And it's deep. It's rooted deeper than the trees. And it's not even level. Now think of people running through here, trying to find their way to safety. And what they might have came in store of in there, or how many never came out. And what was found while building communities over here. What's the story? So I walk, I think a lot. It's a good meditation time. See, right here is a hard piece of concrete to walk on, but I hate walking on it. And then because my body seems so much taller than the wall they put right there. So I just try to make sure if it's clear, walk fast past it so I can get to sidewalk if cars come on the side. Look at all the litter that flows. Most of it is not somebody stood here and see. This is when I know somebody owns like this land. Because some places have gates. And some have private property and you don't even see anything. This is my surrounding. Now I'm on sidewalk. A lot safer, but this is what's around me. Okay. That's my bus I'll be taking back. Hey, bus. So we are 12 minutes in to my walk. And my bus still hasn't passed me going the way I'm walking. So it always feels good to see how far you would have got by just moving.